I'm starting off this morning there with a discussion we had just yesterday afternoon because my phones have been inundated with phone calls. Remember, for the entire week or for the past few days, we've been talking, getting this United Workers Party together, unified, putting all the negatives aside and bringing this party together for the betterment of Dominica. And we've gotten different views. But yesterday we got a very interesting phone call. As a matter of fact, it's packed off from this text message to my phone. Matt, as host of the program, you need to make it clear to the callers that the last election when Dr. Fontaine was elected leader, his supporters made it clear that if a person did not support Mr. Fontaine, they should not put up themselves for a position on the executive. They started off by division. How can they now ask those that they prevented from being on the executive that they should now unite? Mr. Fontaine and his supporters need to correct this wrong, which they did, and stop blaming others. Some people will say this is under the bridge. Let's move on. All right. Stop the blaming game and unite as a party from north, south, east, and west. Pastor Rodney joined in that discussion yesterday, and he said, still saying, because it's still on there, that this party needs a unifier. Yes.
I don't like to answer to anonymous people.
But let me hold on, Pastor. Let me read the text that suggested this for you there, so you can get.
What you read?
No,
Matt, hold on a minute. Matt, if you read a text to me and it's anonymous.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. But I'll read the anonymous text that somebody said you should pay attention to. I'll read it for you now. Yeah. Okay. As the host of the program, you need to make it clear that the callers at the last election, when Fontaine was elected leaders, his supporters made it clear that if persons do not support Fontaine, they should not put up themselves for a position on the executive. They started off by the division, and now they're asking others to join the party and unite. Fontaine and his supporters need to correct this wrong, which they instead of blaming others. In a nutshell.
Okay, that meant is a statement I heard myself firsthand.
Okay, well, I was not there, so I can tell you that. Yes, go ahead.
Right, no, I'm telling you, I was witness to that statement.
Okay.
And there are a few things that people need to understand. Mm-hmm. One of them is that the elections are elections.
Okay.
Nobody gives anybody a position on a platter. Matt, am I making myself clear?
Yeah, I'm listening, yes.
So that in the first place, Dr. Fontaine and his team wanted to be elected as a team.
Okay.
They got elected as a team. Okay? The others who felt that Fontaine wanted to be elected as a team provided that opportunity so that he could have a team. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you are going up an election with a team, you would expect that you have a plan with your team and your team is going to take you to where you want to go. Okay. That's one. Mm-hmm. Number two, the gentleman who, for example, nominated me to be deputy leader. Now, note, I went up to be the leader of the party. That's what I submitted my name for.
Okay.
The gentleman who nominated me for deputy political leader had a personal conversation with me before the delegates conference, and he felt that I should be deputy leader to help Dr. Fountain lead. Those were his exact words.
Okay.
And my answer to him is that cannot work in leadership. It's either you lead or you follow. Everything I've learned in leadership says there are two ways. It's either you lead or you follow. Leaders who want others to help them in the leadership, what they do is they seek buy-in. In other words, they co-opt people and converse with them and bring them on board so that they could enhance the objective or the vision or where they're going. Right? This leadership thing is not a plywood, you join in for plywood. This leadership thing is about people who have an agreement as to where we're going and how we are going to get there, and they must agree in principle to do that. It's not about taking a grass and put in a coconut tree, and that's not what that is about. And the wider public need to understand that that's what it is. Now, when the gentleman told me, so I said, no, that's not going to work. He had the nerve to vote for Dr. Thompson Fountain as leader, and as soon as that was over, stand up to nominate me as deputy leader.
Okay.
And there are two things about that. That is outright disrespect to my desires, number one. And number two, you don't learn a thing about leadership. You don't elect somebody else to work with somebody to make them a leader. You can't do that. It's either you're leading or you're not leading. So no, I declined the nomination, not the election. I declined, rightfully so from my perspective, the nomination to be deputy leader. Okay? And let the team who wish to work with Dr. Fountain work with him. The following day, I messaged Dr. Fountain. I couldn't get him on his telephone for a voice call. And I congratulated him for winning the leadership of the party and requested of him, because of the conversations that we had before that I will not make public at this time, requested of him that he do his best to bring the party where it's supposed to be in order to win the next elections. There's nothing more than that I can do. Okay? You cannot, man, anytime you push a leader, you're the leader. If you drag a leader, he's a follower. If you lead for a leader, then he must not be in the leadership position. Leadership is as simple as this. This is not something you like, Matt, so I'm going to make Matt the leader, but I know Matt can lead, and so I must get Sheridan to lead for Matt. That doesn't work. Now, here is something that I want to share, because I hear all kinds of nonsense everywhere, and people just say things like they're crazy. Matt, do you understand what people are asking for now? A united opposition. Am I not right?
Yep.
No. If people are asking for united opposition, you know what should have been our focus? Our focus should have been a uniter, not a carpenter, not an economist, and I have no problems with Dr. Fountain and being an economist. Absolutely none. What you need is somebody to meet the need that you have at the time, right? And very educated people surprisingly don't understand that. You cannot want to build a wall, Matt, and call an accountant. You need to build a wall. When you decide on your wall, you need an engineer, a contractor. The accountant is to check the money. And that comes after, when you have started building the wall. What we need in Dominica is a uniter. Someone who can bring every single opposition force together on one platform, on one table, to agree, to disagree, but to understand that we have one mission. Unless we do that, all this back and forth by how do you call them? Quarterbackers and people who think they are the best, they have intelligence on those things, is going to bring us nowhere, because all we're doing is try to tear each other apart and telling us to unite. That's not going to work. You cannot make Puisele of Linton and expect him to work with the person you support. You cannot make Puisele Thompson Fountain and expect him to work with the person you support. These people who call your program with all this kind of hype and emotional garbage must stop it. Because if you are interested in seeing the back of this Labour Party tired administration, you have to understand that you cannot cut people and then ask them to join you. You cannot do that. You have to find the capacity to bring people on board, whether you like them or not, whether you like their head or not. You have to find the capacity to bring them on board so that you do this thing as one. And all I want to say to people is criticizing them for not supporting Fountain, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay? Some of us have worked with alongside Dr. Fountain long before some of us applied for leadership. Some of us have tried to work with him as a leader. Some of us are working with him as a leader. Some of us, our interest is the whole, not the person. Right? As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't have to be Fountain or Rodney or Paris or Linton or Edison. It has to be a uniter.
So who would you recommend? Who would you recommend, Pastor Rodney, as this uniter that you suggested?
The reason why I contested the leadership of the party is because I think I'm a very good uniter. And I think I come with the credentials and qualifications to unite people. I think I can reach people across the board everywhere in Dominica. That is required, a uniter. A uniter who's able to converse with people and say, yeah, I heard you. You like pink. But for now, let us take a blend of pink and green. And they agree, okay, we can do that and we're going to move forward. That is what you require. Okay? After you win government, you need the technical capacity of an economist.
Mm-hmm.
You need the technical capacity of an international relations person. You need the technical capacity of all these people. And mind you, Matt,
mm-hmm.
all these people can function without being a minister. Of course, if they're a minister, then you have the inside information in the cabinet. But they don't have to be a minister to function. What is the history of Dominica Matt and prime ministers and so on? We all know that Eugenia Charles was the prime minister of finance. She didn't have a finance degree, did she?
No. Nope.
Patrick John didn't have a finance degree, did he?
Mm-mm.
Edison James chose to bring in Julius Timothy, who had a business degree and was good at finance and so on, as the finance minister who won his seat, right? Roosevelt Carey came as prime minister. He didn't have a finance degree. He was finance minister. Pierre Charles was finance minister. Roosevelt was finance minister. We have to through what's called the proper operations of government, how this thing is working, how it must work, and what is our best approach to doing that. You can't elect a leader because you think he's the best and then turn around and tell people to go and support him when he's not asking them for their support. You are asking people to support the leader. He himself, the leader, has not asked anybody for their support. What is wrong with you all? And that, Matt, people need to understand, and the tempers need to be brought down, the emotions need to be addressed, and here's one final thing. People must understand that when you don't speak, it doesn't mean that you don't know what to say. Very often in situations that when you don't speak is because you figure you must not speak. Because if you speak, it will be worse than if you don't speak.
Let me ask you a question, Pastor Rodney. If, just for example, that Dr. Thompson Fountain approaches Dr. Rodney tomorrow and says, I want you to be the uniter in this party, would you accept that position?
I will say to Dr. Fountain, what is your expectation? What are you looking for? How do you want me to do this? Because can I tell you something, man? There's something a gentleman taught me very many years ago, and he said that you can be a leader and you can make yourself a plastic leader. Because anytime you hand over the leadership responsibility to somebody else, you have forfeited your right to lead. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I follow.
Right. And so if you so I would have to ask, in what where you want me to do that, how you want me to do that, how do you want me to function, who do I report to, how much latitude do I have, how much leeway do I have? And that is something that even when he asked that question, the party management must say, okay, let's go with that because it sounds fine. It is not just asking that and jumping there. It doesn't happen that way. There are mechanisms for things to happen. There are processes for things to happen. My honest advice at this stage is that we find an individual who is a uniter, who is a leader, and who can unite people around a single objective. Remember what Eugenia Charles wasn't going up for election again, and she stand outside and say to them, "We must get rid of them at all costs." You all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
How did that message go across? Because she was a leader. She stood up and she held a leadership position to do that. Edison James became prime minister and he said, "Fear no more." And he showed us why we shouldn't fear no more. And guess what? The people followed after that and they went at it. And you name it. That's how things happen, Matt. A leader is not a manager. A manager manages status quo. A leader looks ahead, plans ahead, and decides how he's going to get this thing done and how he's going to bring everybody on board. He goes ahead and people follow him naturally. You don't have to tie them with a chain like people are trying to do now to have people follow. You don't have to drag people along to follow. No, that will not be leadership. It will be dictatorship. And once it's dictatorship, it's worse than the things that we're thinking about. And that is what everybody to understand. You can't sit on the sideline and say, "Oh, Lennox not doing that." When Lennox was talking, all he said he was talking too much. Once he opened his mouth, all of you vex. If Randy opened his mouth, some people vex. Viva Mamo crazy about it. This other one gets a fit about it. And then you expect there to be unity. How is that going to happen? It is never going to happen, man. And so all this nonsense that's happening there needs to stop. And people need to get their senses right. Let me tell you something, Matt. I believe, and I don't have all the empirical evidence to say succinctly that is what it is, but I verily believe that there are people who are being paid to undermine the work of the United Workers' Party. And there are United Workers' Party gullible people who are falling for the bait. And if you ask me, I am almost convinced that that's what's happening now. Why? Because with the venom, with the kind of spirit that people are doing things, and I don't think they're calculating the damage that they're doing, it has to be that they are being rewarded handsomely to undermine the work of the United Workers' Party. And there are United Workers' Party people who are falling for the bait, hook, line, and sinker. And I tell you something. If Randy Rodney becomes the leader of the United Workers' Party tomorrow, I will be going for those people and putting them in the place where they belong so that the party can do its work and move as a united party. At present, people are jumping on every bandwagon supporting this one. It's like what the Bible says, I'm of Paul, I'm of Apollos, I'm of John, and the work is not being done. That needs to stop. And we need to look at the work from the proper perspective to do it. What we are doing now is following after the cultish mentality that the Labour Party has set up for us. So if not the Roosevelt carried who? That's a cultish mentality, Matt Peltier. So some of us are, if it's not Thompson Fountain, then who? If it's not this one, then who? That is not what it's supposed to be. And I always tell people, I align myself with United Workers' Party because I love their policies, love the way their constitution is set up. I know people are trying to destroy it. I love the accountability in there. It must not be a God that we're trying to make head of United Workers' Party. It must be a leader who is able to bring everybody on board, be accountable to everybody, listen to people, take advice, and make sure that we have the best work done.
Somebody saying, hold on, Pastor Rodney. Somebody just trying to read a note there. A uniter is one who attributes of a good leader is one who basically, bring the team together, and not about talking about himself. Just another talk shop. That's what somebody is suggesting. So,
I didn't get the point. Uniter is a what?
Is one who attributes a good leader to, of course, the ultimate quality of its own. In other words, he's saying basically, that Pastor Rodney is just beating his chest that he's the best leader around, or the best leader. Yeah.
Did you hear that from me?
No. Mm-mm.
Good. So this person is making an assumption, and I learned in South Korea that when you make an assumption, the two first words is what you are doing. You're making an ass of yourself, not with me. Okay? Because I never told you so. You're making an assumption from where you are. Don't make a fool of yourself by doing that. You asked me a direct question. What do I think is the best? And yes, I told you that the only reason why I put up my hand to be the leader of United Works Party is because I believe at this stage I am a leader and I'm a uniter. What do you want me to tell you, Mike, that I'm a failure and I cannot do this? No.
This country need prayers, huh? Wule Chapeau. Pastor Randy Rodney. Alas, Pastor Rodney, you sound like you're disappointed that you didn't win, and nothing but leadership would do for you. As a pastor, you should be humble enough to have accepted that you didn't win, but still be willing to work with him. Shame on you, get off your high horse, somebody say. Sitting right there on her throne. Granny say it wasn't like this before. Pastor Randy Rodney is right. If I was the leader too, I would go after all those who are doing things to make an example. But Pastor Rodney say he's a uniter, so he should put everything aside and unite with Thompson to move the opposition in the right direction. He's talking, but must start working and be the uniter in the party. Hello, talk to me. You don't have to be a leader. In other words, you don't have to be at the top of on the executive to unite. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Matt, although we're in a democratic country, these guys, they have a bit sort of vindictiveness against Mr. Fountain.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not they're part of their thing or anything, but what I'm saying, the man is the leader. If you want to, you have to work with the man. Everybody, they have their own motive. I myself, I really need between them. They have their own motive trying to destabilize the man because they want such and such. But I mean, they have to give the man an opportunity. And then honestly, I think the minister of religion, is a man of the cloth. If he really believes in God's word and so on, the man, you can see the vindictiveness in his voice. You can, you have to try and unite people and try and stop breaking, the way the man sung, like, I don't know why getting into that. That's not my, I don't want to say apolitical. I'm not involved in politics, like say, that party is mine or that party is mine. But give the man a chance.
You're basically saying give him the support.
I'm saying all kind of things. That's all I want to say.
All right, caller. Thank you. If Pastor Rodney are you listening to yourself, sir? If there was such a great blueprint for leadership, would the UWP be in office for 25 years? Would so many people alienate the UWP? Is it under Thompson Fountain leadership the UWP does not have the official representation in Parliament? Was Thompson Fountain the leader then? More questions. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes?
I say praises, thanks, blessings, and glory to all those who have sacrificed their personal safety and security trying to elevate mankind to humanity. Mr. Fellow, to blessings in your family.
Blessings.
Matt, when you know a lot of people hear and they think they listen, a lot of people see and they think they observe. A lot of people know and they think they have applied what they know. Knowing is not enough. Seeing is not enough. Hearing is not enough. I listened to Pastor Rodney there, and it's either some people do not know what is context, Matt, or they're foolish, or they're ignorant, or they're wicked. I can understand that. Not if I tell you I'm a uniter, and you tell me, why you not going to join the Labour Party? Why you being in opposition? Not that makes sense?
Nope. Mm-hmm.
You can only unite with people you can work with. If there is somebody you are unable to work with, I heard him, he have tried, or they have tried to work, and if something is not working, my brethren, is a two-way street. If you are not willing to work with me, how can I work with you to unite something or to unite anybody? And I've said that some people are politely arrogant and conceited, but Dominicans are quite gullible. They figure out, Matt is a great fisherman. He can make the best bouillon or the best fish broth. And it takes a little vendor on the side there. When you go there, you eat a fish chicken, well, Matt broth or his bouillon is nothing. But if Matt don't want to work with the vendor as a fisherman, well, he sells for fish. When he don't sell fish, what can he do with it when he can make a nice bouillon and sell it rather than his fish is frozen there in time? I am just saying that we are wicked. We are filled with jealousy and hate, bad mind, and ignorance is the order of the day in Dominica, where people hear you talk and they distort it, they pervert it, they pull and twist it out, or because of the misunderstanding of the thing, they just say what they think you mean. And the most dangerous thing in conclusion, you see that thing that when people talk live on the radio and then somebody stay and send a WhatsApp message. I'm not telling you not to read them, Matt, but some of that, you don't know who. It could be the devils in hell it is coming from to create more confusion, and then some other people feed into it and back and forth, and we are getting nowhere, and the criminals are laughing all the way to the bank. Thank you.
Our nation, global inflation, poverty is knocking at our door. Granny used to do
Matt, you see the problem that we're dealing with? Randy in the last executive had already decided that Thompson is not a leader. He lacks leadership qualities and will not work with him. Pastor Randy is absolutely wrong. Ask Pastor Rodney, what part does the word delegation play in leadership? I'm done with these people. Guess who's my guest this afternoon? Dr. Thompson Fontaine. Maybe it's a good time. You can engage him. He's my guest from 1 o'clock. On the telephone, hello, talk to me. Yes?
Good morning, Matt.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to your listeners.
Yes.
I am listening, and I'm telling myself, since last week, the conversation seemed to be putting emphasis on that. And is that the best approach? Is that the appropriate forum? Placing emphasis on divisive matters and approaches? A radio station, whether it's 295 or Kyrie FM, cannot get people together because that has been happening for years. Everybody chipping in, and we still have a problem of getting together. The approach has to be different. The radio station cannot get people together. The togetherness has to be centered around the programs. people have been coming together, the program of electoral reform, different political parties and different individuals of different persuasions have been coming together. On the matter of environment, people have been coming together. But the thing is, maybe we need a more structured. The objective is the same. Everybody wants a better Dominica, a more productive Dominica.
So what would be your recommendation, sir?
It is not my recommendation or Matt's recommendation. It is editing, reviewing, previewing the station's approach, whether it is causing more divisiveness than getting people together.
That's your opinion. Hello, talk to me. Hello, talk to me. Yes, hi. Yes.
Hey, Matt, morning. How you doing?
How you doing? Yes.
Matt, I just want to agree with Blessing, especially the last part he said. And I've been thinking of that. There are people who send in comments, WhatsApp messages, whatever it is, and it is just being read, and all it does is it just fuels whatever animosity that's there, whatever division that's there. I am in no way, shape, or form telling you how to run your program, but some of these comments you just need to pass over them, and don't even ask the person you interviewing about them, Matt.
You know what it is to editorialize comments?
Say again, Matt?
I'm asking you, do you know what it is to editorialize comments?
Matt, I don't understand where that.
Okay, basically, I'm saying that you're not in the position to run over one opinion over the other. If everybody has that's how we agree to disagree. So it's your opinion. What can I say about that? Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes, we all have different opinions. So should I reject this opinion and put on that opinion? That's not the way it works. You have to facilitate discussion. Hello, talk to me. Yes. You the caller? Move on. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? How are you?
Hey, Matt, what's my partner?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so I will my question.
Mm-hmm.
But I listen to one day of me. I probably want to comment on one certain thing that is said. Matt, if you are the Prime Minister appoints you as Minister of Public, okay, you're serving public service, and you're an engineer, and the Prime Minister calls on you to go and build that piece of road for me. Then you ask me, the Prime Minister, what to build the road when you are a qualified engineer? You have to go out there and build the road, build the bridges, and whatever you have to do, because that is what we study, that is what we specialize in. Run the road ministry, he said, that is the unifier. The party needs a leader or somebody who can unify the party. You ask him if Simpson Fountain was to call him and ask him to do that, to go and unify the party. He will ask permission how to unify the party. But what kind of leader is there? What kind of unifier is there? But then he listened to himself. Was he serious? Or he was just making a joke in that interview? You are a unifier. The man call you, or you ask him to call you to unify the party. You say you ask him about to unify the party. He is no part of unifier. He is a divider. And he has nothing in politics. Only just scope out his own and they go in politics.
All right, caller. Thank you again. It's your opinion, and people will. If I, of course, choose that opinion over the other one, people might say, "But Matt, you're censoring the whole program." I'm giving my opinion. You rejecting my opinion, but you're taking John's opinion over the other. It's a difficult play here. You call it censorship. Am I involved in censorship of others? No. I accept everybody's opinion, and then you decide. You're a smart person. You decide how to move forward. But I can't get involved in self-censorship. Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
Hey, Matt, good morning.
How you doing, sir? How you doing?
Good. Matt, I want to clear my name on this thing there. My name is Bernie Ryan. I'm the Vice President of the United Workers' Party. Matt, I listened to Pastor Rodney with his statement that he made. And I respect his views. I respect all what he said. But Matt, he also mentioned that in the delicate conference, someone said that if anyone knew
that they cannot work with Dr. Thompson Fontaine, do not take any position. Because even though you're not going to work with Dr. Thompson Fontaine, do not take any position. Matt, that statement is not true. That is an untrue statement. The reason why I tell you that statement is not true, Matt, because I am the one who took the mic and I went up and I said, if anyone knows that they're not going to work with whoever emerged to be the leader today, whoever is chosen to be the leader today, whether it was Dr. Thompson Fontaine, whether it was Pastor Rodney, because it's only two of them who are going up for the leadership. If anyone know that you was not going to work with any one of the leaders, do not take the position that they're going to give you because you're going to undermine our party. It's not going to work well with us because right now we have some that was working with Thompson and some was not working with him. And we don't want that to happen again. Because we don't want those that supporting Pastor Rodney to not to support Thompson, and those working with Thompson not going to support Pastor Rodney. So we need that to end now. We need that to end today. So I said, anytime you know that you're not going to work with whoever emerged to be the leader today, do not take any position as an executive member. That's what the statement I make. And I explained that to Pastor Rodney in a personal meeting I had with them. When he come and he tell me what I said, no, Pastor, this is not what I said. Repeat exactly what I said. I said, if anyone emerged to be leader, whether it was you or whether it was Thompson Fontaine, I tell, do not take the position because it's going to affect our party. And now, in extension, I want to ask Pastor Rodney, so which means you have no intention in working with Thompson Fontaine. So even though I have made a statement like that, so that means you have no intention in working with Dr. Thompson Fontaine? Is that what you're telling us now? Are you telling me that because Dr. Thompson Fontaine became the leader, you had no intention in working with him? That is the reason why you didn't take the deputy leader? Is that what you're telling us now? Are you telling me now that you are a counselor that can bring people together, and because you're not the leader and you're a member of the party, you're part of the party, you're not doing it because you are not the leader? Is that what you're telling me now? And then when you, even case tomorrow, you become the leader, you want whoever to work with you as a leader, and you can't work with who is the leader now? My brother, it is totally not fair. God can never please those things. God is pleased, but fear is fear. If you want somebody to work with you, you should be able to work with the person. You cannot want people to work with you and you don't work with people. My brother, what is the agenda that is taking place in our party? My brother, we have a party, we have an election to win. Now it's time for us to come together, or to call it ready, or to go and ready and make an alternate statement and making people believe that Dr. Thompson Fontaine cannot lead. That is not true. Dr. Thompson Fontaine cannot be a leader. You have people around him who are going to help him to lead. And right now, I can tell you straightforward, Matt, and you can take it to the bank. Dr. Thompson Fontaine has been doing a very good job now as the leader of the party, because he has been leading us to do whatever we have to do, and we assisted him. And right now, the United Workers' Party now is on its way to win the next general election.
So you're not a supporter of any side. You're a supporter of the United Workers' Party. That's your point.
Matt,
You
I am
support
a
everybody.
supporter of the United Workers' Party. I work on behalf of the United Workers' Party, not Dr. Thompson Fontaine, not Mr. Linton, not Pastor Rodney, not Mr. Edison James, not Ezekiel Basil, not Hector John. I work for the United Workers' Party to see the United Workers' Party in government, because for 4.5 years, they have proven themselves under the leadership of Mr. Edison James that the United Workers' Party is the best government to run Dominica. And that's going to happen again under Thompson Fontaine. And I will assist Dr. Thompson in doing it. I will assist whoever is the leader to do it. Because right now we have a man on our back. We have a Jericho in front of us. And we need to break down that Jericho. And the only way we can do that is by us coming together putting our head together. Let me forget about power and position. Let me forget about leadership. Let me forget about who is in the head and who is in the tail. Let me come together and let me put our strength together and support the leader of the United Workers' Party, support the United Workers' Party, and let me bring ourselves in government and fix our country. Let me do it on behalf of the people of Dominica. The people of Dominica is depending on us. They're waiting on us. They have hope that they believe that one day God will deliver them, and God going to use the United Workers' Party to deliver them under Ruth by Spirit. But we cannot be there pulling one side and pulling another side. When we're supposed to come together and start talking, let me put our differences aside. We still go to the public and we push it further and further and make it more harm to our party. I hate those things, man. And I tell you straight, as the deputy leader of the party, I will take an action on that because it is time for that to stop. It needs to stop, and it needs to stop today. And I tell you that as the vice president of the party, we need to stop that nonsense. But have a good morning.
All right, good morning. You see, everybody has an opinion. In other words, should I block Blessings from calling the radio? No, I would always facilitate. Some people love your points, some people don't love your points. Just facilitate discussion. I don't choose one point over another. I have no horse in the race. And the question is, Mr. Pastor Rodney, if you claim to be a unifier, somebody's asking, maybe you could have just accepted the post of deputy leader. Do you have to be a leader to unite the party? The question, we have to respect opinions, huh? I think this party needs an emergency meeting, huh? Bring all heads together.
The economic state of our nation, global inflation, poverty's knocking at our door. Granny used to survive on her pension with no frustration. Now we can't do that no more. Granny said it wasn't like this before. Papa God, a pound of sugar not all no more. But children sending barrels from England. But the customs breaking her hand. Don't want to know how it feels to be a single mother with a lazy, unemployed child father. Well, it seems like the signs of the end of time. Only shopping, and the hope just seems so hard to find. Only shopping. One day there'll be no more wrong, no more.
Oh boy, Dominica. Here, Rosary. As I would advise, you need an emergency meeting and fix this problem. Caller, are you on the radio? I'm sorry. Let's take another phone call. Hello, talk to me. Yes. Many people are trying to call. Yes. Good morning. Yes.
Yes, Matt. Good morning.
Yeah.
All that not going about leadership and leadership. I don't know. I'm trying to balance everything.
Okay.
But Matt, if you have a leader and questions are being asked, concerns are being raised about things in the party and whatever. And the leader they're not saying nothing. He's not clearing the air. Everybody else coming and talk. The leader not saying nothing, Matt. Something is wrong.
Well, he will be with me this afternoon there from 1:00.
But Matt, that leader, I have listened to him. He just says he don't want to talk about this and he's not concerned about that. And that is how sometimes he talk. But we want to know what's going on for us to make up our mind if we should, accept that leader or reject him or whatever. Because some of us that they are listening, we hear all kind of thing, but we're not hearing the leader itself say nothing. Another concern I have, Matt, is that when Mr. James was leader, when all the other past leaders, of the party, he didn't have all those kind of things. No, that kind of story and role is with let's say since that leadership come for what is his name there? Fountain. So what I'm thinking of with okay, that young man from Penville refused the second year to accept vice president because he gave his reason why he couldn't work with Fountain. Then Lennox come here has a problem with Fountain. This other one come here. So I mean why are we looking at it in one side as everybody else that refused to work with Fountain? It's them that have the problem. I mean, we have to let us balance it. Something has to be wrong.
But I never knew that. Lennox Linton had any problem with Fontaine. He just said, in terms of his leadership style, that's the problem he has. But I don't think he was the one who, basically, on the first time appointed, nominated Dr. Fontaine to be leader.
Matt, not everything. Let me tell you, we have to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
There are some of us on the ground that know plenty, but will not come out on radio and talk.
But I'm telling you, I know that Lennox Linton was the one who nominated Dr. Fontaine for leadership the very first time.
That's what I'm saying. They break off because something went wrong. So why all those that breaking off with Fontaine is them people blaming the leader, the person that you breaking off from all the time. You have to have some issue that need to fix.
Okay, caller. Let's move on to more phone calls then.
Singing one sweet song of love and pride. Mama say one prayer a day can keep the evil away. Just say one our Father and send Hail Marys and pray.
Somebody said, Matt, which is first it was Thompson Fontaine lying to Dominican people. The lie was they called Marigot people mafia. Second, he said he would resign from his job in South Sudan. Now he's in Dominica. They don't like his style of leadership. Which is it, Matt? Which is it? And of course, every year the delegates speak. So why all the confusion? Somebody's asking. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. This is, of course, Q95, the hot. Are you there, caller? I'm sorry. More telephone calls are going this morning. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Hey, man, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Dr. Fontaine, roll your sharp prayer, roll your rosary, and then wicked and evil people. Thank you very much.
All right. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there?
Hey, Matt, good morning.
How you doing?
This is Bernard Morrow on the line, bro. And I want to contribute to your program, but I need to pass a message. Can I just do that very shortly?
No. Let's stick to the subject. Let's stick to the subject this morning there. Okay, my brother Bernard, you'll call me some other time. Tomorrow is an open line. We'll speak about whatever subject you want to speak about tomorrow. Huh? It's an open line tomorrow. Hello, talk to me, yes? Sorry.
Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
I give my own ideas about this entire thing. The thing is, when Edison James became leader, there was no problem. Automatically, boom. Okay. There was nobody or the argument. When when Linton came, there was no problem. They didn't have anybody second there. All of a sudden, Thompson came. When he came, first year they put him on. At a certain time, they want to put somebody from PCAS to be leader. And that's when the thing started. Kemo was named to be leader of the party. Okay? He lost, he came back. Then afterwards, you have a situation where I think they said Thompson had said he had go overseas and he had been back and so on, but he wasn't back in time. Okay, that's one. Then afterwards he came, they decided to put Paris. Again, that problem. I mean, it's a Democratic Party, they have a right to do what they want and so on. That is another area. Then they decided to put Pastor Rodney. Why is it that all this problem with all this leadership problem? Because many other parties go wrong without any problem like that. All of a sudden, they turn around and they begin to put pressure on him, and so on and so on. I mean, he's a man too. He has feelings too. And if he's feeling he has a problem, he has a situation, he may want to fight it over or so on. But I am a member of the United Workers Party, paid my dues and everything. I can't see the party going to win elections with this type of fighting and so on. If all the hierarchies don't want to lead and so on, and they feel that they want to go there and they don't want Thompson, they want this, they want that because they want somebody else and so on. Because there's hatred according to the leaders say we cannot unite with hatred. Okay? What I think should have been done, personally, Thompson should have called a delegates meeting. That's my own view. Call a delegates meeting. I don't see us winning elections or winning elections, but putting this government out unless we unite. And if everybody, some there and some there and some there and some there, Thompson would call an emergency meeting, delegates meeting, and offers resignation. That's what I see about the entire thing. And let those who feel that they can lead take over. Because what I feel they're doing now is to get a blame, to blame somebody, to blame Thompson if they lose the elections. I personally believe resign, take control of the situation, call a meeting, resign. And if you want to run your Grand Post seat, no problem running Grand Post seat, but resign. And let those who want to lead and go through the process and they want to get this one and that one, go ahead. But the same may happen again. So I think Thompson should have his resignation to the entire thing. That is my own opinion, Matt. Good morning and thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'm tired and I'm worried and I'm feeling the pain. My faith's been tested time and time again. Oh, but my spirit is determined to believe and to overcome life trials that seem to never done, but still I kneel before you with a prayer.
As a host of this program for many years, I'm going to make a public statement, as it relates to unity. I'm hoping that both leaders are listening. Let's say we can bring both leaders, the deputy and the current leader together, meaning Dr. Thompson Fontaine and Mr. Lennox Linton on the very show, on the talk show, the hot seat or the talk on the block. I'm going to make this public, I'm going to trick that and unify this party together. I'm saying this publicly because I'm going to try my very best.
The plan you have for us is vanishing. Lord, the nation in this
to bring these two party leaders together.
time that we repent and we confess.
Let's see what we will get for a response. I think that would make a big program, maybe the program of the year. Hello, talk to me. I'm just making the public announcement at this time. I'm going to try my very best to bring these two leaders together. Hello, talk to me. Whether it's both leaders will accept this invitation, I will come back to you. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes, good morning.
Yes, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
Ma'am, sorry.
Let me tell you.
Yes,
This gentleman who spoke here concerning Pastor Mark, I don't know what is his problem, but when you come on radio, especially when you you hold this kind of portfolio. You got to be careful. You cannot be having a kind of a rowdy voice like that and speaking outrage. When you want people to get together, you have to know how to sober down yourself and talk properly. Don't come and make noise. That is not a war going on. You're trying to get people to unite, and that is how the way people unite. That is what I want them to know. Because these are the same ones. When you see, I was a full member, full member of university. I spent my dues and everything. Go to meetings. When election, I used to be on polling stations. So I know about those kind of things. But my God, you cannot force people in this place telling they don't want that person or they're not interested in that person and want to force them in and even making noise. That don't make sense. They don't want that person, they don't want that person. If you want your people, that is all it is, no problem. But don't force people in and don't come there making noise. No, that's not breaking your day. Don't do that. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
I need a blessing. They gon' need a blessing. They gon' need a blessing. Amen. I need a blessing. They gon' need a blessing. Amen. With you we walking through the fire. To make it, we must come together. To build safer communities. Enjoy the life that you give away. You are a feeling to behold. Guide our straying souls.
Amen. On the telephone, good morning to you. Good morning. How you doing?
Hi, good morning, Matt.
Is that
good morning.
is that the voice of Joshua Francis? How are you doing, sir?
Bonjour, Musti.
Bonjour.
Dominique.
You're really trying to Creole bad there. Hello, talk to me.
I keep working on this, Matt. I may have to spend more time in the rural places in Dominica to really grasp and master the Creole language. But I'm doing better. I'm improving. I continue to do better than you in that area. I keep working on it so I can surpass you significantly.
I'm waiting for that. Joshua Francis, you've been listening to the discussion as it relates to, the unity aspect. What's your take? Your take?
Well, Matt, generally most Dominicans are Christians and we believe that unity is strength. When we do anything alone, we can achieve. But when we do it together, we can achieve much. And therefore, the justification for unity is universal, it is acceptable, and it has proven itself over time that when we unite, we achieve so much more. But I've been listening to the conversations over the past few days, and I see those conversations as distractions. The opposition has a lot of work to do. As we speak, there is the enrollment process that is taking place. The enrollment process is not always as easy as it appears. From my experience on the ground, there are a number of voters who are finding mismatches between their IDs and the names on the electors list. And in those situations, they have to fill in affidavits sworn before Justice of the Peace and Notary Public, sometimes those who are not readily available for such process. Therefore, it is very important that we go out there and engage our supporters and Dominicans, all Dominicans by extension, because the Liberate can change, and to take our people to the enrollment centers. Matt, there is a lot of work to do. And the conversations about unity, while they may be done with good intentions, I'm saying may be done with good intentions, I see that as a distraction. We have spent a lot of time talking about unity instead of just uniting. Unity is an action verb. Anybody who wishes to unite can simply join the collective movement with a collective purpose, which is to cause this government to change. But we're in a period of urgency to change this government, and we must focus on removing this government. And every day which passes where we waste our times and our energies are days which will never come back. As we speak and we are discussing about unity in opposition, we need to ask, where is the Prime Minister of Dominica? He has been out of state. Where has he gone? Did he go out on a diplomatic mission? Did he go out to get something for Dominica, to represent Dominica? Or did he go out to represent the Dominica Labour Party? I would not be surprised if the Prime Minister's absence from Dominica is connected with preparation for the next general elections. As we speak, Matt, we have noted that the Dominica Labour Party will be going to Martinique, Guadeloupe, and possibly other Caribbean islands, which is a glaring reality that the Dominica Labour Party is putting its machinations in place to pull the political trigger for the next general election, which we don't know when it will happen. And therefore, in the opposition, and for all of us who are acting in good faith and genuinely want to see an end to this wicked, incompetent, and lazy Dominica Labour Party, we have to put our efforts together in whatever capacity, whether it's financial, because some people may not be able to go on the ground to convince a voter, but they may have the financial resources. Make your finances available for the movement. Whether it is prayerful, some people are spiritual, some people like to pray. If you want to contribute spiritually, make your contribution. If you're available to go on the ground and to take your neighbor to get enrolled to vote, that is a contribution. Calling the radio and sowing seeds of divisiveness and attacking people and assassinating people and quarreling and getting on with each other is really not helping the cause.
But I heard an interesting point there from a pastor, of course, Pastor Rodney No Secret. He says, what this country needs in terms of all the opposition is a unifier, meaning bringing all of the parties together. Do you accept that view?
Well, being a unifier is one of several important qualities to be an effective leader. Dominica has always had its fair share of divisiveness. As a matter of fact, every democracy which is under the umbrella of the Westminster system provides for division because parties share different views, different philosophies, and they combat. And because of the different views and everybody is seeking to get that throne, naturally you have divisiveness. And divisiveness sometimes leads to tribalism. So greater leaders tend to have the ability to unite nations, but no leader anywhere in the world has been successful in getting everybody united completely and totally. It all depends on how you define unity. But I would agree that part of good leadership is to have the ability to unite. But this is not the ultimate and only quality which is required for leadership of a party or a country. The leaders have different personalities, they have different backgrounds, they have different philosophies, they have.
Would you agree or disagree that Dr. Thompson Fontaine is not a unifier? You've dealt with him on a day-to-day basis.
Matt, my purpose here this morning is to call Dominicans to action, to call Dominicans to understand the urgency in getting us prepared for the next general election. I know Dr. Fontaine personally. I think that he's a remarkable and awesome human being. He's very bright. I think that sometimes we need to focus more on who Dr. Fontaine is, where he came from. Like me, Dr. Fontaine came from a humble background. He has taken himself from point A to point Z. I think that is very commendable and that is inspiring. And we probably could tell our children that if Dr. Fontaine can come from carrying bananas in Grand Port and to get to the office at IMF, that they too can get there. I think that if we tell the nation that Dr. Fontaine has humility, and humility is an important quality of a good leader, that is positive. I think that if we tell the nation that Dr. Fontaine is a listener, meaning that you can call him and have a conversation with him, that is a good quality. Dr. Fontaine is not Jesus Christ, neither me or any leader on this island. Leaders have strengths and they have weaknesses, and Dr. Fontaine is no exception. At this hour, the conversation about whether Dr. Fontaine is armed to be the next Prime Minister, not to me, it's a waste of time. I do not want to meddle in the business or affairs of the United Workers' Party, but I do want to make the point that Dr. Fontaine, like Joshua Francis and other leaders who are genuine about the welfare of Dominicans, are focused on changing this government. And I think that's what the conversation has to be. We are in a country where the economy is saddled with all kinds of difficulties, all kinds of problems. Our economy is on the precipice. Our country has not been able to produce. Our national debt is rising. The public service system is in chaos. The healthcare system is broken. Young people cannot realize their dreams. We continue to experience a mass outflow of our resources. Projects are being given to foreigners. Foreigners are being paid and their salaries are being flown out to Dominica. There are many issues that we need to discuss. But as I said at this hour, I would really like us to focus on getting the unregistered registered to vote. And those who have not confirmed to vote, please go out on the ground and get them confirmed to vote. Let's put ourselves in a place to ready and to be prepared for the next general election that has to be won. And I would call on the nation to support all the leaders in the opposition, all, and to come together to get the job done. We have work to do and a lot of work to do, and we must do it with urgency, and we must act in good faith.
All right, Dr. Mr. Joshua Francis, I'm going to ask you the question again. Are you, as a leader, are you a unifier?
Well, yes, Matt. I've always been a unifier. As a child growing up, I always humbled myself. I am humble enough when I'm wrong to say that I'm wrong and to accept wrong. I have love where even where persons attempted to destroy me, I still greet them. I still work with them. I have shown my ability and capacity to be offended and still reconcile with the offenders. So that's a sign of unity. In 2014, my leadership shows that I'm a unifier. I was able to get labor rights, freedomites, workers, and independents to come together to support me under the umbrella of making life better for the people of the Roseville South constituency. And that is what I am preaching today. And I believe that Dr. Fountain has that attribute. I believe every leader has some kind of element of being a unifier. And I don't think it would be wise for any leader in the opposition not to seek to have that quality, because at this stage, we need to bring opposition supporters together, first and foremost. And number two, we need to convince the Dominicans that there should be a change of government. And once there's a change of government, the new prime minister will be responsible to tell the nation that the campaign is over and we have to come together to work under one umbrella, something that the current administration did not do very well. This current administration has divided our nation and to manipulate the people. Just yesterday, being on the ground, I was told by some NEP workers that they were given a mandate to confirm to vote by Friday, and should they fail to confirm to vote, that they may lose their jobs. So that is the legacy of the Dominican Labour Party, which we are trying to remove. And I believe that we're well on our way, but we need to focus. We need to put our act together. We need to stop being distracted. Every time we have who should lead and who shouldn't lead, the Prime Minister of Dominica must be smiling while he's on a jet, probably going to some country to respond for his Dominican Labour Party. So whilst we're there arguing, whilst we're there commenting about who should not, who did this, who did not, Matt, at the end of the day, that is helping the Dominican Labour Party. It is time we move past that. There is no perfect individual in the opposition. As Jesus said, if a man has not seen, tell him to throw the cast the first stone. I'm not aware that there is any perfect leader, whether of the past, the current, and those to come that will be perfect. What I'm asking Dominicans to do, please stop these quarrel and dissenting voices against leadership. Let us respect leadership, and leadership must respect followers as well. There must be mutual respect, and there must be focus. And that is what I'm asking all supporters, all Dominicans to do. Let us focus on the prize. The prize is to win the next general election so that we can bring betterment to each and every Dominican, especially ordinary people who are in the majority on this island, people who are struggling, people who cannot pay their mortgages, people who cannot take good care of their children, people who cannot even buy medicine. That is the reality. Matt, when I walk on the ground and I see the grimace on people's faces, I see fear in people's eyes, it really touches me. It tells me, Joshua, it is worth fighting for Dominica. Because sometimes when I listen to some of our very opposition supporters, I can get discouraged and say, but wait a minute. Yeah, it is people like me. I am putting a lot on the line. I have sacrificed. I continue to sacrifice for Dominicans. And when we have fights amongst each other, which is natural, but we have to control ourselves. But when I see, the fear in the eyes of Dominicans, not knowing what is ahead of them, how their lives will be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, given the struggles they have had over the past couple of decades, it encourages me to stay in the race. It encourages me to fight for Dominica. It encourages me to fight for each and every Dominican brother. And that is what we should focus on. We should focus on caring for each other. Because once we get into the race with compassion, everything else, that is where we need to go.
All right, Joshua Francis, thank you. Somebody says, that is how I wish Pastor Rodney would have a conversation about unity. Somebody says, ask Pastor Rodney about his recent engagement he had to unite the party, but those contests who became the leader instead. Why is Pastor Rodney and Lennox have made not their public declaration in support of Dr. Fontaine? So in other words, just both Pastor Rodney and Mr. Lennox Linton have not made a public declaration in support of Dr. Fontaine. If not, why not?
Cover their minds, Lord, don't let them lose control. Though we stand in sin, no transgressions are many. Thank God for the life that He gave me. So all you who don't feel like losing.
We will stop coming up, Dominica, and then we'll continue the conversation. Stick around. Stick around.
Hello makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply.
First home? Need to replace what stopped working? Ready for an upgrade? Now is the time to shop at Quartz. Get a free gift with purchase on select appliances and 20% off matching bedroom pieces. Shop mattresses for the comfort you need. Plus, save on furniture, dining, and large screen TVs. Get what you need at Quartz. And when they ask, say, I got it at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Exciting news from AutoTrade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of AutoTrade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, AutoTrade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, there's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by AutoTrade every last Thursday. At AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Ever wondered what's in your milk? These are the following benefits of Distinction Milk. It's a great source of calcium and protein, vitamin A and B added. It's definitely not the filled milk like some of the other brands. Distinction Milk texture and taste is great for shakes, baking, pouring cream, and is side for mashed potatoes and much more. Even better, because of its rich texture, Distinction evaporated milk can be stretched. Isn't it great to know what's in your milk? Distinction Milk, distributed by Pipers Inc.
I see Goldwyn shopping for farming supplies. So I ask him, what are you doing inside Bloombox? You have a farm? He tell me, that's how tell sort. I've been married 37 years. Come at my money farm. He say, no, not woman. Like land for farming crops. And then you understand. Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Roseville. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
Fresh Market, Best Price, and Cash and Carry are giving you the chance to win the ultimate taxation. Simply spend $100 or more in store for a chance to win a luxurious weekend getaway at the Sacred Bay Resort. Plus 2 VIP tickets to Chas and Crayon. And spending money. But the excitement does not end here. Enjoy weekly prizes, fun in-store activities, and surprises, all promotion along. The more you shop, the more chances you get to win. Shop at Fresh Market, best price or cash and carry today and enter for your chance to win the ultimate gas station. Promotion runs from now until April 24th. Terms and conditions apply.
Dominica Brighton. Dominica Brighton. Dominica Freight Systems, we provide services which are flexible, reliable, and customizable to meet your unique requirements. Dominica Freight Systems, your total freight solutions from start to finish. Located in Capeville, Dominica. Contact us on 616-1705 or visit our Facebook page for more information today. Dominica Freight Systems.
Great things happen when we crunch together. So crunch and share the love of KFC's bucket together. $45 gets you 6 pieces of chicken, 2 fries, 1 corn, 1 biscuit. With KFC, there's always chances to win big. 3 winners, 3 destinations for an all-expense-paid trip with Sunrise Airways, St. Martin Carnival, St. Kitts Music Festival, and Lucian Carnival. $1,500 spent in cash, hotel accommodation, event tickets, and ground transportation. All you have to do is purchase a bucket together. Write your name and phone number at the back of your receipt and drop it in the drop box. KFC's finger licking good.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
We told you we're going to have a stop for a few minutes before we continue the conversation. At this time, we're going to have a conversation with Max Matt's convenience store there. Let's say good morning to, of course, our lady. She's in a little cold at the air condition.
Good morning, Mr. Mado. How are you?
I see you put on your sweater. It's a little cold there, huh?
Cold.
So tell us what's going on there at the Max Matt convenience store.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Ciara Benjamin, and this morning I'm going to be talking to you guys about Max Matt's convenience store. Max Matt is your neighborhood convenience store focused on making life easier, faster, and more affordable. Convenience, quick in, quick out, well stocked with everyday's essentials. Friendly, reliable service. We're small, but we're mighty when it comes to value. You don't have to go too far to get what you need.
Okay. And so tell us what is in at Max Matt. What can we find there?
At Max Matt, you can get your groceries, snacks and drinks, household essentials, animal feed, top up, ice, lotto, and fruits.
Where is Max Matt?
Max Matt is located in Portersville, 19th Elliott Avenue, where Wilson and Wilson used to be. Easy access, lots of parking available, quick stop, no stress.
I know Rosa is a hostel, so you need to park.
Yes, Maxmart has a lot of parking space.
Those of you listening at this time, I want to get an explanation as to where exactly Maxmart is. Where can I find it?
Maxmart is located in Portersville, 19 Elliott Avenue,
Mhm.
where Wilson and Wilson used to be.
Okay, so again, just pay attention. Maxmart is your stop to do all your groceries. If you're going out of town,
Out of town.
yeah, that bridge going out of town, you take
Right.
like next to the gas station. When you're going out of town, the first gas station, you keep going, and it's on your left.
Yes, on your left.
I think it's a big shipping company. Yes, big shipping company. Yes. you be coming the other way. It's on your left going out.
Yes, your
Yes.
left going out.
So again, what is different about Maxmart?
Different about Maxmart, in coming into Maxmart, no long lines.
Mhm.
You can also shop via WhatsApp on Maxmart. Let us know what you need inside the store. Our workers will get it for you. Quick in, quick out. You collect, you pay, and that's it. No long lines.
You can call in advance.
You can call in advance. You can WhatsApp us, message. We are always on the phone.
All right. What's the number?
Our number for Maxmart is 612-1797. 612-1797. Contact us on WhatsApp or just give us a straight call. You guys can also follow us on Facebook at Maxmart Convenience Store and on Instagram, I Shop Maxmart.
Before you go, just tell us a little more about the numbers to call, and I hope you can pick up your pen and paper there and write it down. So if you need to get something on your way home,
On your way out of town, you can call or message at 612-1762. 67, sorry. Get your pen and your paper. 612-1797.
anything else you want to add before you go? Anything else you want to add before you go?
Maxmart is a place to shop on your way out of town or on your way to town. Stop, get your animal feed, get your lotto, try your chance to win, buy your groceries, your house accessories, anything at Maxmart.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope to see you again this week.
You will.
All right. Looking forward to that. Thank you very much for coming in today.
Yes.
Miss Benjamin. It's out there in Wesley, Woodfordale. That's the
Wesley.
Wesley. I see that
Straight
face.
out from Wesley.
Straight out. All right. Take care.
The latest happening,
Thank you.
breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
Exciting news from AutoTrade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of AutoTrade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, AutoTrade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, here's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by AutoTrade every last Thursday. At AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Ever wondered what's in your milk? These are the following benefits of Distinction Milk. It's a great source of calcium and protein, vitamin A and C added. It's definitely not the filled milk like some of the other brands. Distinction Milk texture and taste is great for shakes, baking, pouring cream, and aside for mashed potatoes and much more. Even better, because of its rich texture, Distinction evaporated milk can be stretched. Isn't it great to know what's in your milk? Distinction Milk, distributed by Pinefoods Inc.
I see Golo in shopping for farming supplies. So I ask him, what are you doing inside Bloombox? You have a farm? He tell me, Gus out has sort. I've been married 37 years. Look at my money farm. He say, no, not woman, like land for farming crops. And then you understand, Bloombox is the most affordable on island. Knapsacks starting at only $57.71. Elsewhere, it's $300 plus. Cutlass seeds, seeding trays, nursery pots, sales of potting mix, all at way better prices than anywhere else. Fertilizers, 3-in-1 multi-tool, and so much more. Located on Federation Drive, Goodwill. Second property on the right after the Valley Link Road and on the corner of Drury Lane and Hanover Street in Rosal. Bloombox. Let's bloom together.
Fresh Market, Best Price, and Cash and Carry are giving you the chance to win the ultimate taxation. Simply spend $100 or more in store for a chance to win a luxurious weekend getaway at the Secret Bear Resort. That's 2 VIP tickets to Jazz and Crayon and spending money. But the excitement does not end here. Enjoy weekly prizes, fun in-store activities, and surprises, all promotion along. The more you shop, the more chances you get to win. Shop at Fresh Market, Best Price, or Cash and Carry today and enter for your chance to win the ultimate taxation. Promotion runs from now until April 24th. Terms and conditions apply.
Dominica Brighton. Dominica Brighton. Dominica Freight Systems, we provide services which are flexible, reliable, and customizable to meet your unique requirements. Dominica Freight Systems, your total freight solutions from start to finish. Located in Capeville, Dominica. Contact us on 616-1705 or visit our Facebook page for more information today. Dominica Freight Systems.
Dominica, welcome back. The discussion continues. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Yes, Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt, yesterday I heard Pastor Rodney making a statement or a comment that he joined he joined the UWP. I wanted to join the UWP as a leader because Thompson Fountain is not a unifier. No, I wanted to ask Pastor Rodney, if he's a unifier, has he got all the other qualities to be a leader or a prime minister? Now, if his main reason is to unify people, why didn't he stay in the party and unify people? Because Matt, a committee or a proper committee, no one person in there have all the qualities, and that is why you bring different people together with different perspective, so that everybody do their work and collectively it becomes a proper committee or proper working committee. Now, for Mr. James that I worked with, Mr. Linton, Ron Green, and all the others, no, everybody had their force, right? But the main thing, they were able to work together with everybody, to bring everything together, everybody together with their qualities, and to lead the country. What European need is Mr. Fountain is the leader, and like they have always done, work with him, and everybody bring their qualities together in the party, like it has always been. We never had that fighting before, because every other leader has a fault, and other people picked it up, right, and work with it and work everybody with each other, to make it a proper party, like I've said before. So what we need is all the leaders bury the hatchet, come together, and the fundamental thing here is to get this Labour Party. Oh, they've been there long enough, too long, right? They need to step aside. Well, not step aside. They will not step aside. But we need to get them out of there and let another party come together and bring Dominica back on his feet and move together. So I am appealing to all the top members
all the top members in UWP to come back on board, work with Mr. Fontaine to bring UWP back as a UWP committee and to move this country forward, because if we don't, our children and our grandchildren are going to say, what have we left for them? Because this country is in a total mess. Thank you, Matt.
All right, thank you again. A different opinion. The UWP, somebody says, does not have the resources to run a campaign, even if it's united. It cannot win an election or on its own, and does not show it has the capacity to govern. So why don't they appreciate the reality that only one united opposition can defeat Skerrit? It's sad that the UWP is fighting itself and destroying themselves from within. Another opinion. Hello, talk to me. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
You hear me?
I'm hearing you, Mr. Dyer.
I listened to your song, Roll Your Shapley.
Roll your Shapley, yes.
I was rolling my Shapley, and I'm told to make a comment.
Turn down the volume on your radio there, Mr. Dyer, because we're getting some feedback, okay? Turn down the volume on your radio, okay?
No. My comment on all what is going on. What is the objective? The objective to me, after spending millions of dollars, is to get free and fair elections in Dominica. Am I right?
Yep.
And when we have free and fair elections, whoever wins the election, the Dominicans get together to move the country. Am I right?
Yep.
Now, I'm not political. My political thing is gone. I mean, I've done my share. The last convention of the Dr. Fontaine's party, was it free and fair?
Yep.
And if it was free and fair and he won, why everybody is not behind him to ensure that when the general elections come and they win, because he will have Dominicans behind him, the election is free and fair. And we all move together to move the country. Isn't that what's supposed to be happening?
Mm-hmm.
All this bickering and so on. If the election in his party won free and fair, why every nook and cranny in the party is not behind him? And if everybody in the party is behind him, then the Dominican people will be behind him. I mean, it is sad now this morning. I'm looking at my TV and seeing Dominica women football ended the qualifying fight with Nicaragua is giving them 14 goals and Dominica not one. Isn't that shameful? Football, women football sports is a part of developing Dominica. So what is all that talk about? My whole, as far as I'm concerned, we need free and fair elections. And free and fair election means one man, one vote. Anybody who is entitled and registered to vote, he has only one vote. Nobody must have been able to do 3, 4, 5 votes. It's one vote you have, and that one vote must be in a constituency, and you vote in a particular polling station in that constituency. That is the objective. Yes.
Again, I'll tell you what, Mr. Dyer, because of the feedback there, we cannot continue to have the conversation. There's serious feedback. Turn down the volume on your radio when you call in. I've said that many times. Just turn on the volume of your television or your radio set, and that will avoid the feedback. Thank you again, Mr. Dyer. Thank you as a seasoned politician. If Lennox Linton nominated Dr. Fontaine to replace him, it would be evident, I would think, that he supports Dr. Fontaine. The problem that exists is with those around Dr. Fontaine and not so much with Thompson himself. Although, like I said, he needs to do some serious homework as far as leadership is concerned.
My spirit is determined to believe and to overcome life
I
trials.
just hope that they can bring these two leaders together, Dr. Fontaine and
Kneel before you with a praying song.
Mr. Lennox Linton. Huh?
I come to pray for the friends that the faith that's required. Amen. For my people to not lose their fire. Sending prayers for those who suffer in silence. Amen. Grant them wisdom, cures, clarity and guidance. Amen. I pray for the young and I pray for the old. Cover their minds, Lord, don't let them lose control. Though we stand in sin, no transgressions are many. Thank God for the life that He gave me. So all you who don't feel like losing, and I need a blessing. They gon' need a blessing. They gon' need a blessing.
Hello, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Matt, are you good?
Oh, yes.
Happy birthday to Blue Fruit. But let me tell you, Matt, what Bernie Ryan said
Okay.
and what Randy Rodney said, there's no difference in it. If you go on a platform and you say, whoever wins, even if you don't call me, if you're not interested in supporting them, don't become part of the team. So whether it's gone Randy way, it's the same thing. It go Thompson way, it's the same message. So why didn't he say instead, whoever wins, we want everybody to support them? You see how they just cause their division and then they come in and cry? Now, it seems to me, I want you to nominate Lennox Linton for the greatest award Dominica can give because it looks like everything hedging on him. I don't understand. If Lennox Linton has left the political arena, he said the boat sail, he keep paying Puzo. Why it's so important for him to be in the forefront? He don't want to be in the forefront. Leave the man alone. Let him go and retire in Switzerland in peace, man. Stop harassing the boy about this joining. That's not what's going to change things. Get to work and everybody do what they do. Who interested in politics and so, do your work. Leave Lennox Linton alone.
I pray for the young and I pray for the old. Cover their minds, Lord, don't let them lose control. Though we stand in sin, no transgressions are many. Thank God for the life that
Somebody's asking, Matt, good morning. They asked Pastor Rodney, why did he choose to speak to the leadership of the party about the importance of unity and is able to do the same today? You are able to do the same today, that person is suggesting. Let's get the party united. Hello, gentlemen, the telephone, yes?
Yeah, Matt Pelte, you said you have no horse in the race, but
No.
you how you would say it, you're taking care of the racetrack.
I'm a facilitator of discussion, blessings.
Horses should not be on the racetrack. If you want to mediate or organize anything to bring about a semblance of unity, not on the airwaves, Matt. Take that somewhere else. Bring all intellectuals, or bring people like me, illiterate fellas that don't know nothing. Just get all great intellectuals. Bring them somewhere, in a church, somewhere, not on the air, Matt. And the sickening thing is...
I can tell you, blessings, from my intelligence that this has been tried on many occasions. Maybe a final round, but it has been tried in many occasions. Some priests have gotten involved, pastors have gotten involved. There needs to be an emergency session, as I will agree with you, that something needs to be done.
You keep trying, because when you have situations that are that troublesome, that complex, you need not one shot to remedy that situation. Are you there with me, sir?
I'm right here with you.
So I am saying, Matt, you see all that discussion, and Joshua said it, Josh Blessing said it's a distraction. All that thing about unity and blah, 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 that is not the proper setting, the airwaves. It can be discussed. It has to be measured. I make errors. We all are making errors. Perfectly so. All right, but I am just saying, my beloved brother, them man have to do better than that. You cannot tell me I have some basic knowledge of what is happening, and I can clearly see it because I've spoken. But why is Mr. James the senior leader in all of that? And Mr. Lincoln, break your silence. We are difficult people to deal with. My brethren, you're an educator. You may not be a unifier, as people would say, but you're an educator, my brother. You have taught Dominicans a lot, and we have a short attention span. We may have forgotten your contribution to the nation. So all of a sudden, everybody wants to come now and, say what we want and say because we prefer that. What our preferences and our prejudices and ignorance have us taking certain things. I listen to a brother there, my friend. When you make a statement like that in a delegates conference, don't care how you say it, it is divisive. And Pastor Rodney leave UWP now?
I don't think so. He said yesterday is why he chose to be a member. So I don't think
I heard a brother said why he did not stay in the party. He never left the party. There are situations that are so intricate, it is so complex. There are certain people who feel they cannot go through it. That is why I call in for mediation, because really, Skerrit is having a field day. He's there. Get rid of Dennis Byron document. We pay over what, $700,000 or $800,000 Matt, for Dennis Byron report.
700,000.
And boom, he throw it in the garbage. Now he coming with his machinations again, planning, plotting, strategizing to steal another election effortlessly. And I'm saying now is not the time for what is happening on the radio and in actuality among the UWP. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you. Our next stop is our friends there from, of course, Flo. So stick around. The next 3 minutes we have Flo Dominica. All right, so let's continue to take your phone calls. We have 3 minutes, and the telephones are always going crazy here on the hot seat. Talk to me, yes. Caller.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you, morning.
How are you, Matt?
I'm trying my best.
Okay, good. I want to talk and touch about on the reconfirmation,
Okay.
because we need to focus more on reconfirmation. We need to, because right about now there are people that have been reconfirmed from since December, and they are saying that their name, there was a list that came out in February, and their names are not on that list, which is the last list, the latest list that came out, and their names are supposed to be on it, but their names are not on it. So they need to, I believe that the leaders of the opposition need to get their people together, gather the people, go to each constituent, and gather the people that are not yet reconfirmed. Get them reconfirmed. There are people that cannot walk, people that need a ride. Gather their people together so that they can be ready for the next general election, because the way I see it, if the election is called anytime soon, which it's not supposed to, because people have not received their reconfirmation cards as yet, their national ID cards. You understand? So we just need to bring ourselves together and do what we have to do. Because if we don't, we'll be caught behind.
Caught with your pants down. All right. Thank you very much. A big lesson there. Big message for the leaders of the opposition, not just United Workers' Party, all the opposition parties. Get your people to register to confirm. Our next stop is the 10:30 hour. Let's do this, and we'll come back. Dominica, let's take another phone call. My clock says it's 10:26. Hello, talk to me, yes? Oh, sorry about that. Let's take this one. Are you there, caller? Caller, are you there? Nobody there. Let's try another call. Are you there?
Yeah, morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Yeah, Mike, I think those thing we're talking about right now is not really need to talk about. I mean, we talk about those enough. Right now, we need to put Dominica first, right? Because there's so much things going on under the Labour Party, so much nastiness, so much corruption, so much wrongdoing. People suffering, people struggling. That's where we have to focus. If the people who say they are the United Workers' Party supporters, if they really want that government to come out there, right? Now we are trying to be talking about leader, who is best leader, who we like, who we don't like. My brother, the thing is we vote for a person and that person is the leader for the party. Let's go for an election with that person. That's all we have to do. And forget about running there, right? If we say we really want to see UWP win that election, what we're doing now is to give in the Labour Party another mandate. That's what we're doing. So we have to stop that nonsense. Now it's time for that. Now it's time to work. I should just cross all them things and forget about talking about who's leader and who's best leader, what that's and what those. They're bringing the country nowhere. Okay?
All right, caller. Thank you. Dominica needs a blessing.
Which will be walking through the fire to make it we must stand together to build safer communities. Enjoy the life that you give away. You are a feeling to behold. Hide our straying souls. Who God bless, no man can. Speak it in the universe. Protection the wrong way. Remove evil mind and jealousy. Keep away from the jumping. Oh Lord, Lord, I feel a joy in my soul. Cause you always in control. The only way that I know. Make a joyful noise and sing with me. Did I need a blessing? Today go need a blessing. Today go need a blessing. Amen. Did I need a blessing?
You have 60 seconds. 60 seconds only, yes? 60 seconds.
Mr. Pelton, morning.
Morning to you.
I wish I could get a chance like the others.
Well,
Mr.
I'm just telling you, you have 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Yes, as a radio man, and
Uh-huh.
everybody's warning you.
Yes.
I think you have a part to play. Instead of trying to get the opposition together as an experienced journalist, you should have a program with more experienced people to help to unify the country. And as Josh was telling you, when you walk on the street, you see hopelessness, which means people are in despair. You don't know what next they can do. If they might thinking of throwing themselves over a precipice. Set up a foundation to help people like Josh, like what some of these foundation is doing out there. You don't see some of these great basketball players in the States where they invest their money in the people. You have a young man in Marigot, Mr. Paris. He's trying his best. Everybody wants better. And every time the man go to the House of Assembly and make a decision, everybody is fighting him down.
Well, I'll tell you what. We can continue that discussion. But
Enjoy the life that you give away.
it's time for Flow, Dominica. I told you only had 60 seconds, huh? But thank you always for your contribution. We're going to do this and we'll come back, Dominica. Amen.
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
The Time is brought to you by Flow. Sign up for any internet or postpaid plan and crack an instant gift today. The Time is brought to you by Flow. Don't miss out.
Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply. Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, Dominica, we're here with, of course, our good friend there from Flo.
Yes.
How you doing this morning, Francine?
Good morning. I am having a great day, Matt. How are you?
Taking it 1 second at a time.
Well, that's all we have to do,
You never know.
Saying good morning to the listeners of Q95. Of course, this is Francine Havjajak, Marketing and Communications Executive here at Flo Dominica. I know the conversation was heated. It's always very interesting, when I come in here with Matt, and I know you're tuned in, I know you're just at the gist of it. So I promise I'll not be too long, but of course, just a bit of a stop to tell you about what's going on at Flow. Of course, all the amazing ways that you can benefit our existing customers. Of course, we're always here to show you the love and tell you, of course, about all the other ways that you can benefit at Flow Dominica. So again, saying good morning to our customers, the listeners, our colleagues who are tuned in here and across the region as well. Of course, I know quite a few persons across the region who normally say to me, I heard you on Q95. So, Matt, you have quite a large following there, right? So we want to say good morning to everyone, and we're happy to be here for another program just to share with you the exciting things happening at Flow. Of course, we are closing the curtains on another exciting month. April has been one where, you've heard it throughout the week, with Franklin, where you can crack and win with Flow. Of course, tying in with the Easter excitement happening here in Dominica. We started off the month with crack and win, and we still have a few more appliances up for grabs. Of course, I want to say congratulations to all the customers who've already come in, signed up for services, and was able to crack and win. Of course, when you crack and win, you get instant rewards with Flow. So that could be, of course, vouchers for the things that you love. It could be appliances, and it's not a chance to win, of course, throughout the month once you upgrade your services. So an existing customer choosing to add more services, of course, now is the time to do, because the rewards are there. The rewards are exciting. If you're a new customer, so you're now joining the Flow family through our mobile services or our fixed services, you get to crack an egg and win an instant prize as well. And of course, we've also had our Friday giveaways for our existing customers who are simply paying their bills in full and on time, and they get to win different things with Flow. So we're all about making it exciting for our customers, ensuring that they have access to the best services, the best value, and of course, benefits on island. Today, we want to talk a little about postpaid, because quite a few persons have been asking, and that means the interest is there. Of course, we just need some more information. So happy to tell our customers a little bit about our postpaid plans. I mean, those who are already connected, of course, kudos to you, and thank you for staying with Flow. Thank you for staying connected. But if you're considering the postpaid option, if you're someone you don't want to have to find top up, you don't want to have to activate a plan every month, then the postpaid option is a really good option for you. You have your monthly fixed prices, and I'll say fixed, Matt, because this platform has evolved over the years, right? Back in the day, I know postpaid would have been, packaged a lot differently. You don't get as much value, in regards to the data allotment, the calls, and so on. So back in the day, when we thought of postpaid plans, we thought of megabytes. Right now, we're no longer talking megabytes. We're talking gigs, and not just any gigs. We're talking big, big, big gigs. Right now, you can enjoy up to 100 gigs on our postpaid plans, and our plans also offer so many other elements that we didn't have before, like unlimited SMS, unlimited off-net and on-net. And what does that mean? That's your local calls. So when you activate a plan, guess what? You could go from Scott Said to all the way to Portsmouth, and you could just talk You could talk away and don't have to think of your credit running out or your minutes running out because you have unlimited minutes to enjoy. You also have international calls on there. You also get your YouTube hours. So for those of us who loves, looking at our different videos on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, you're tuned in. I'm seeing quite a few persons actually on the Facebook Live. So you want to see Matt and all the other exciting things happening on Facebook, you also get hours in there. And of course, the data. I mean, our plans start from 50 gigs of data as low as $115 a month. So if you want to move away from having to top up, having to activate a plans, postpaid is a really, really good option for you if you're a small business owner as well. We have some exciting deals in that space. I'm not sure if I'll get some time to talk about it, but you can definitely stay tuned to our Facebook pages, right? So, and one of the final elements I really want to remind our listeners about as it relates to postpaid is our plan sharing. And this has been in place for several years. Actually, Flow is the first company on the island, first telecoms company to bring and introduce plan sharing to the public. And that is, of course, for our families or a group of friends or a husband and a wife, whatever it is. You have someone and you want to remain connected together, you can take one plan and that can be shared with multiple users. So we mentioned, of course, our Flex Lite plan, which is our single plan at $115. And as we often say to you, remember, it pays to bundle. It pays to pull all your services together at Flow. So when you have the internet and you have the mobile, once you have both of them, you get 35% off every single month. So our Flex Lite is $115. If you bundle, you only pay $74.75 every month. Every single month, the savings is all yours. All right. So that's something that you enjoy. There's no end period as long as you sign up while the offer is existing, aka now. When you sign up, of course, you have that throughout the duration of your plan. So as long as you keep the plan, you keep it at that price. And then, of course, we have our plans that are shareable. So we have our Flex More plan. That plan is $170 a month. Okay, of course, with your 35% discount. So again, when you add your mobile and your internet together, instead of paying $170, you only pay $110.50 for your postpaid plan. And if you share that in two, Matt, it means each person is paying about $55. Again, the more persons you share with, the less you pay. Our third plan is our Flex Family Plus. And this plan can be shared with three persons. Okay, the plan is $240. Of course, if you bundle with internet, you get the 35% discount, and that takes it down to $156. And that means each person on this plan pay $52 a month. So Matt, maybe you have two family members, you want to make sure you're connected, you could sign up for that plan, and every month each family member pays $52. And our final plan is our Flex Family Plus. That one is $280, and it can be shared with four persons. Now, again, it pays to bundle with Flow. So when you add internet to that, instead of paying $280, you only pay $182. So you get a huge discount on there. And guess what? Each user pays $45 a month. So the more persons you have onto the plan, the less you pay. And your plan can be made up of different persons. So we've seen instances where it's a family of four, where you have the parents and you have the children. We've seen instances where it's two best friends, who wants to keep connected and they want to save monthly. They want to be able to benefit from the bundling at Flow. So they come together and they sign up for a plan. It could be for friends, you're chilling, you're chilling outside, you're chilling on the block, you go to school together, whatever it is. You want to get a plan that can share for four of you. You simply sign up every month. Each person can simply go online and they pay their portion of the bill. Very simple, but very, very convenient because it allows you to enjoy plans as low as $45 a month. I mean, that's a steal when you think of from $115 all the way down to $45 a month. And of course, we're encouraging persons to do that. Remember, of course, when you're bundled, you also get to enjoy our Redeem phone upgrade. Many persons have been asking about the higher purchase option. You must be a Flow customer. I am so sorry to say no, but we've had a few persons come in. I want to enjoy this, but I don't have any services with Flow. You have to be a Flow customer, but of course, if you're not a Flow customer, you can sign up today, and after 6 months, you can qualify for that, but it's for our existing customers only. So quite a bit of information here for our customers, Matt, but just taking the opportunity to explain our plans a bit further. I love it when I'm here, Matt, because thereafter, people normally reach out and say, next program, give us more of these, give us more of that. I remember our customer from our last program who asked for Pop the Balloon. So it's coming soon. We listen to our customers, and we want to ensure that we're giving you all the information that you need. Matt, we're going to take a break. A quick break, and we'll be back.
Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply. Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply.
The time is brought to you by Flow. Don't miss out. Get the smart TV for only $199 only at Flow. Sign up for an internet and phone bundle today only from Flow.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay. Flow is keeping you connected.
Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply. Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, back to you, Kristen.
Wonderful, wonderful. We are keeping your rhythm flowing. So we just went through, of course, postpaid. And, I was really happy to take the opportunity to take our customers and listeners through postpaid. Persons have already started calling and messaging. So we like that. Of course, I also want to remind persons, apart from the information that I'm giving here and everything that I've mentioned as well, you can access on our website. Okay, our website is discoverflow.co. Very, very easy to navigate. It's very customer and user friendly. So if you want to get the plans at the top, you'll see all the different lines of businesses that we have, lines of business that we have, which is our prepaid, our postpaid. You'll see the broadband. You click on either one of them, whichever one that you're interested in, and it will take you through the full outline of that product. The full suite of product is right there, and the prices, everything that you need. You can see it via the website. So again, that is discoverflow.co. Okay, so visit our website if you need to get more information. You can get everything that I just mentioned under the postpaid section, which gives you the outline of the postpaid plans. You'll see the regular prices. You will also see the prices after the 35% savings. Remember, those savings are every single month and it will not last forever. That is the promotion right now. Of course, once you sign up, you get to enjoy the savings throughout the duration of your plan. But of course, that is until the promotion exists. So take the hints and, ensure that you visit a Flow store today. You can sign up at our Experience Center in Roseau or partner location.
Again, just repeat how long you expect this promotion to last?
Well, the promotion is on right now, Matt. I can't say when it will end, but to all customers who sign up for it, you get the discounts forever. As long as you keep the plan,
Okay.
you get the discounts, but you never know. Next month, we may say, okay, it's no longer available and we on to a new offer because we often have different ways that our customers can enjoy and stay connected with Flow, right? So, but for now, of course, this is going to continue because more and more persons have been coming in to bundle. So again, continue to enjoy those rewards and, ensure that your family are connected, especially the parents. You want to ensure that the children, they have access via their devices onto the Google Classrooms. Quite a few of the tablets actually allow you to put in a SIM card that they could get data. So they may not need a phone. If they have a tablet that could take a SIM card, you could come on down to our office, you could get a SIM card, you could add them to that monthly plan. So wherever they go, they have access on that tablet device. So that's another option for parents. Or even just partners, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, you want to stay connected, do so the wise way, where you can save every month and enjoy the best value. So remember, when you share the plans, you can pay as low as $45. And of course, if you need more information, we are always here for you. You could visit our partner locations at Cubberts Agencies in Portsmouth, Club DVD in Marigot. We also have Deepex Color Lab in Roseau, our Experience Center in Roseau, as well as our team. I mean, they're normally in and out of the communities. Last week, they were in Castlebruce and Portsmouth and the other communities. So look out for our store on wheels, where we bring all our services to your community. When you see us, honk us, flag us down, we'll stop and give you and allow you, to sign up for services. Again, Matt, one of the things we also mentioned from the start of the program.
So you won't be able to sign up at the vendors, no? The vendors that you have out there.
Yes.
Okay.
You can sign up there as well. So you have all the options of our partner locations plus any of our agents. We often we often go to the communities. We have a schedule. You could look onto our website as well. Moving forward, you will see the schedule on there so that you know when they're visiting your community. And remember, you can also pay your bills through our agents. So if we're in your community and you have a bill to pay, you don't need to come down to town. I often don't like it, Matt, when our customers live, especially when you live far away in the east, in the south, and you come down to town simply to pay a bill. If you're coming down for other things, or you just want to say hi, that's one thing. But to come down to town simply to pay a bill where there's so many other convenient ways that you can pay, Matt, it often hurts my heart. So I want to remind our customers, remember you can pay via Fast Pay, via discoverflow.co. You simply need your card and you can make your payment. You get a receipt via your email right away. So, and it applies to your account right away as well. There's also more banking and the other online banking options available to you. There's Shopee, and there's a Shopee office in most communities. There's in Portsmouth, there's in Grand Bay, there's in Maho. Even the other day, a customer said to me, I got to pay my bill at 9 p.m. at Shopee in Maho, because of course the Shopee offices, their hours can vary based on the hours of operation of the business that they're in. So that one is located in Maho. I know they're normally open all the way past 9, and you could pay your bill there as well. So there's so many different options available for you. So you shouldn't be paying the bus from the countryside or driving down to town simply to pay your bills. And the same goes for activating your plans. You can activate them online. So Matt, there are so many options that we're making available for our customers, but of course they're as good as the number of persons who use them. So please, take advantage of all the different convenient ways that we're bringing to you to ensure that you could stay connected with Flow. Before we close, I do want to again remind our customers.
Let's take a quick break before we close. Okay,
we're gonna take. All right,
we'll come back right after this.
The time is brought to you by Flow. Don't miss out. Get a smart TV for only $199 only at Flow. Sign up for an internet and phone bundle today only from Flow.
Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply.
Easy way to pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
You're
Flow is keeping you connected.
The time is brought to you by Flow. Sign up for any internet or postpaid plan and crack an instant gift today.
Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling.
Back to you.
Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling, Matt. So if you're looking to upgrade your handset, now is the time to come a little closer and put us up a little louder to ensure that you have all the information. Matt, thank you for that, because you inched us into the final element that we want to remind persons on, which is the Rhythm Flow upgrade. And again, we've been saying that we're keeping your rhythm flowing. We've been investing. We've been innovative in ensuring that we can bring the best offers and the best benefits, of course, to our customers. And we're so happy to introduce our Rhythm handset program, where our customers, of course, can get their new handsets without paying the full price, or without, of course, paying in full, I should say, right up front. So it allows you a higher purchase option, when you're getting a new smartphone. It works very simple. So once you've selected a phone that you want to get with Flow Dominica, you make a payment, a 23% down payment, and that, of course, payment, it varies. So it's just a small amount that you pay up front, and that is based on the handset that you choose. It's interest free, so there is 0% interest. Okay, and you have 24 months to pay off that phone. How does it work? You have to be a Flow customer. You have to be bundled with Flow. We always talk about bundling. We speak on it every single time that we're here. You have to be a bundled customer. So if you're already bundled, then you simply walk into a store, choose which handset you want, charge it to your account, and you pay every month. If you're not bundled, you can bundle today, but you must have at least one existing Flow service, you bundle, and you could go ahead to enjoy that program. Last time we were here, some customers asked about the prices. So, of course, I came in this time with the information so you have an idea of the handsets, their prices, and how much you pay every month. I know we don't have much time, but just to go through a few of them quickly. So starting from the Samsung A17 handset, that handset is normally $749. So Matt, if you take that handset, the payment you make every month is $33. Only $33. So instead of having to dip into the savings and pulling out $700 up front, you simply spread that amount across the 24 months and you pay $33 every month. We have the Samsung A26 handset, beautiful handset with a triple camera, really good. And this one is $1,299. But of course, with our Rhythm handset program, you pay $37 a month. Only $37 a month. You pay the upfront, and of course, you split the rest in 24 months. We have the Samsung A56, and that one is a 2026 model. It's $1,749. And that one, of course, across the 24 months, you pay only $50 a month. And our final handset, the Samsung S25, that is normally $3,699. All right. And for that one, you pay $127 a month. So you could clear that off. And very soon, the S26 will be out. So if you're looking for that upgrade, you can enjoy it the same way. So just bring in the information. I know you asked for it from the last program. So those who were thinking of getting a new handset with Flow, these are the prices you're looking at. Remember, you pay a small amount up front, which is 23% of the phone, and then of the phone amount, that is interest-free, and then the balance, you spread it across 24 months. A lot of persons are saying they find the 24 months, which is 2 years, a bit much, and that's okay. If you want to pay it off in a year, you can. You don't have to subject to the 24 months. Okay, so again, some very important information to our customers and listeners. Thank you for the opportunity to be here and share with you once more. When we come next time, we're going to be talking about summer 2026. It's getting a little hot. And so are the offers at Flow. So stay tuned for more. So happy to be here. And thank you, Matt, for having me. Thank you to the team at Q95. This is Francine signing out.
Always welcome. Thank you, Francine. Have a great day. And to
You
your
too.
team, too. Thank you. Thank you. Mhm.
Flow makes your next phone upgrade easy. Add postpaid to your internet plan and score a Samsung Galaxy for as low as $33 a month. It's the smartest way to an interest-free premium phone upgrade. Don't let anything stand between you and that new phone feeling. Step into your upgrade with confidence. Visit us in store and sign up today. We keep your rhythm flowing. Terms and conditions apply.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening events, breaking stories, behind the scenes, reports.
All right, Dominica. Stick around. We'll be here. Talk on the block. 1 o'clock. Dr. Thompson Fontaine will be our guest. Just to announce that the fire officers, I'm getting information that the fire officers who responded to the last fire in the road zone in the month of March, each got $1,000 in recognition of their heroic efforts in putting out that fire there. $1,000 for each fireman for that big fire there, of course, in March. So congratulations there. The authorities who took that decision to give, this fireman some $1,000. You wish you were a fireman, huh? $1,000 added to your salary? Yeah. I'm going until 1. Thank you.
No matter your religion, for all the folks
prophets of mislead your flock. Lord, open the eyes of the sheep that they mock. I pray your strength and we and solidarity. Thank God for the life that He gave me. For all you who doubt and have losing faith. Time to congregate and not time to fellowship. I'm calling on the prayer of the young and the country. Come forth, faith, God, lead me. May I need a blessing. They gon' need a blessing. They gon' need a blessing. Amen. May I need.
Easy Rock 95.1. More rock, less talk while you work. The latest soft rock, hit after hit. Tune into Easy Rock 95.1, the best mid-morning show in the here on Q95. Easy Rock 95.1. More rock, less talk while you work. The latest soft rock, hit after hit. Tune into Easy Rock 95.1, the best mid-morning show in the right here on Q95. The big station. At Q95, we are family. Join your family. You can send emails, request songs, name your top 10 songs of the week, and even tell us the music that you want to hear. Stay on top of the latest news and entertainment. Hear it first as it happens. Stay in touch. Call our sales office at 767-448-5822 or call our on-air live talk shows at 767-449-3095, 3096, and 3097. Stay right on cue. Keep it locked. Q95. Advertise where everyone's listening. Advertise on Q95 today. Get more bang for your buck. Talk shows, news, sports, music shows, entertainment events, weekend shows, Newsweek reviews, early morning shows, evening and daytime shows, hot tips on health, nutrition, security, traffic, weather, environment, and more. Play